Girsan MC14 BDA. We'll figure out what BDA stands for in just a minute, but it's a 380 pistol, 13 rounds in the magazine. Let's just see if I can hit anything. You know we have to go ask Alice. And the plates. There we go. That's me, not the gun. Girsan MC14 BDA. Stay with me. Girsan MC14 BDA. The DA stands for double action. Could the B stand for budget? This is a budget price gun. MSRP around $381. You can find them all day long for, well, under $350 anyway. But double action, as you and remember, we did just empty the gun, so right now it is unloaded. Double action means, well, let's decock it first. There is no decocker on this. There's a safety. It's ambidextrous safety. So when it's in single or double action, you can put the safety on and it deactivates the trigger. Take the safety off. In double action, you got a nice revolver-like 7-pound pull, roughly 7 pounds, continuous strike, not a big deal. Once it's in single action after the first shot, got a little bit of take up, fairly smooth, fairly crisp, about a 2.5-pound trigger press. Not bad at all. Problem is, with no decocker, how do you decock it? There's only one safe way to decock a double action, whether it's a revolver or a semi-automatic that doesn't have a decocking lever, and that is hold the hammer back. Actually, I generally hold it with thumb and finger on each side. Press the trigger. Once that hammer starts to move forward, take your finger off the trigger. Then slowly release the hammer. If you do that, as long as the trigger is not held back, the gun theoretically can't go off. There should be a trigger block in there. If you just hang on to the trigger as you let the hammer go forward, and if you let the hammer slip, theoretically the gun can discharge. So, once again, pinch the hammer, press the trigger. As soon as it starts to move, finger totally off the trigger outside the trigger guard, slowly let the hammer down, and you're now in double action mode. So, double action, BDA, budget double action, well, I don't know what the B stands for, but so far it does seem to work okay. Let's take it over to 25 yards and just see what it'll do over there. All right, just a note, I was trying to load this with my Maglula, or Uplula Maglula loader, and mine doesn't work on this. The device on the Uplula that pushes down on the magazine follower to load the next round seems to be just about the exact same width as the distance between the two feed laps, which makes it, unless you get it just perfectly centered, it makes it difficult to push down. So I'm loading these by hand. Not a big deal. Not a lot of force to do it, but it is working. All right, 25 yards. Windy day out here, 25 yards. Can I get the orange raccoon? Okay, how about the yellow crow next to him? How about the white woodchuck? Ah, come on. There we go. There's a yellow standing prairie dog over there. Got him. How about the head flipper on the black silhouette? 3380 doesn't always move that up. Ah, I did this time. Can I get it back? Sure I can. Black 12-inch. White 6-inch buried over there way on the left. There we go. And I got at least one shot left. Let's go for the 8-inch. White one next to the black one there. Got that. Slide stayed open on the last round out of it. Only had 12 rounds in there. It's a 13-round metal magazine. Comes with one of them. Now they say these will take a Series 84, so I'm presuming it'll take like the Beretta 80 or 84, now the 80X Cheetah. If you're interested in doing seeing a comparison between the 80X Cheetah and the Girsan MC14 BDA, let me know. I got a friend of mine who's got the Cheetah. I'll see if I can borrow that back, and we'll put it alongside of this Girsan before I have to give it back to its rightful owner. Meanwhile, let's just see what this, some more specs on it. It's got a forged aluminum frame on it, which makes it nice to shoot. It does have removable grip panels. I don't know if anybody's making an aftermarket for them yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if somebody is. 28.1, I believe, ounces with 14 rounds of 90 grain ammunition. That's that 14 rounds and 13 round magazine plus one. Slide is not the easiest to work. Not a lot of gripping area on the slide serrations here just because of the shape of the slide. If you get a good grip on it, there are easier slides to rack than this. But again, for what it is, so far it's working okay. Mag release works fine, is not ambidextrous. The slide stop lever is also not ambidextrous, it's only on one side. Typical 3-dot sights, white 2 dots in the rear, single dot in the front. They are, yeah, I'm flagging it, I know it's empty. Trying to get the camera to focus here. They are only drift adjustable. There's no adjustment for elevation on it. There's a red indicator on both sides for the manual safety. I'm not finding any kind of a loader chamber indicator, although I'll have to check the extractor when I get around in there to see if that pushes out or not. So let's take it out to 50 yards and see how it'll work out there. All right, once again, a forged aluminum slide, machined, forged aluminum frame, machined slide and barrel, metal guide rod, and yeah, pretty basic, but on the other hand, a nice shooting little gun. All right, I got only 10 rounds of 90 grain ammunition, or 95 grain ammunition loaded up in here. Let's just see what it'll do at 50. Start with the silver gong on the left. All right, 16-inch, white with the black center, high right. 12-inch below it. Yeah, it didn't move it very much, but it did move it. Okay, the 10-inch to the left of the 16. Eight-inch below that, white with the black center. Ah, come on. Hey, I didn't get the 8. But again, I'm not going to blame the wind. Oh, well, yeah, I can blame the wind today. It's a good excuse anyway. It feels good in the hand now. It feels like there's more recoil on this than there is out of something like the Ruger Security 380. Haven't shot them side by side yet, but just a little bit more felt. Some of that is, of course, I shoot a 1911, so I shoot with a high thumb. Some of that is the little bit of pressure right in here that I'm feeling when I shoot with my thumb on top of the slide. Not a big deal. Certainly not a deal stopper. But if the B stands for budget, it certainly is. Again, affordable price, about $350 every day, $381 MSRP. You want to compare this to the new 80X Cheetah, the Beretta, you're going to pay about $200 more for that gun, or if you want the launch edition, you're going to pay well over $1,000 for that. Is it going to be comparable? Again, if you want to see a comparison between the Cheetah, the new Cheetah, and the Girsan MC14 BDA, drop a note in the comment down below and let me know, and I'll see if I can get a hold of them, and I'll do a follow-up with it. Otherwise, it's working out here. Any errors there, any misses are on me, not the gun. It seems to be holding its own. And for the price, yeah, cool little gun. Thanks for stopping in.